Hey gang, and welcome back to video number 3 of 6. We are on to your front hook. So if you remember, the number 1 is a jab, the number 2 is a cross, your number 3 is a front hook. The front hook is kind of where numbers may start differing as you go across the boxing kind of world, but most often the 3 is going to be associated with the front hand hook. There are two different hand positions that I use for the hook. This is traditional. Like this is what is categorically accepted as the correct way to throw a hook, with your palm down this way. I happen to throw mine this way as well as this way. This way you can get a little bit more reach on, so you get that kind of swinging overhand sort of hooking motion. It tends to keep your uh, bones better aligned with your wrist and your elbow and your shoulder and all that good kind of stuff, and gives you a little bit more reach. Did I already say that? I have no idea. Anyway, I happen to like this way better because for me, there's less damage to my wrist, less potential for damage to my wrist. The disadvantage of this is that if you go farther out, and you can see what happens like to my wrist, like you can see that it bends, right? And that is bad for when you make impact on things. But if you're going to start throwing that 45-degree kind of shovel hook or kind of canted uppercut, then this is the way to go, because this just doesn't feel good. So I do this. I do this. This is great for coming out and around and getting over, say, somebody's front hand to get that hook across the face while still maintaining that distance. And you can do that with the palm to the side or with that palm down. Okay, that's probably a little bit more information than you need right now, but whatever. I'm gonna do this again. Biscuits and gravy. Okay. So, demonstration purposes, I'll probably throw them like this, but just know that this is the way that I throw my hook all the time. All right, so head above shoulders, shoulders above hips, hips above feet. Got it. Drop that right foot back behind you. Sit into that stance. Get your guidelines. So we got them. 1 is a jab. 2 is a cross. 3 is that hook. From this cross position, lift your elbow slightly, and you're going to turn your shoulder, your hip, and your knee, bam, to drive that hand across. It almost feels like you're like stuffing somebody, like get down, right? Like when your kid wants to reach up and grab the spoon that you just took out of the chocolate cake mix, and they want to grab it, and you're like, no, can't have it, right? That's how it looks. Bam. Especially when you're doing shadow boxing. 1, 2, 3. It's a real quick rotation of the body, has nothing to do with your arm swinging. Like my arm weighs like 6 pounds. This weighs a lot more than 6 pounds. So what do you want to hit somebody with? This or this? Like I want to hit somebody with this. All right. Comes across. Pow. 1, 2, 3. Driving across. Now, for this hook, I do it more like you see a tiger swatting at a ball, right? So it comes out and you see the paw go bam, and then it comes and hooks across, right? Right in here. Or it's the motion that you use when you're dealing with a teenager who's just done something monumentally stupid. Why did you think that was okay? And this is what you want to do. You don't do it, but that's what you want to do to them. Okay, right in there. Boom. So you reach out a little bit. This never happens. All right. Even now, when I'm reaching my hand out a little bit, I'll turn to the side. I reach my hand out a little bit and drag it through the target. I still end up right here outside of my shoulder, like I'm giving myself an atta girl on the shoulder. All right. Bam. Give yourself an atta girl on the shoulder. Bam. Right, here's this hook. Pow. So this is just about getting that hip to go as fast as you can, and you're hooking, like literally just like hooking over somebody's hand. Right? Bing, trying to get him on the chin. Right in there. Get him right on the chin. Pow. Pow. This is, yeah. There we go. So we got 1, 2, 3. Do not wait until your 2 is all the way back before you start to throw that 3. It's 1, 2, 3. So the elbow follows right away, just like water falling out of a bucket. 1, 2, 3. There it is. 1, 2, 3. Give yourself that atta girl on the shoulder, or like you're reaching out and like trying to grab onto your suspenders over here. Suspenders are probably a really antiquated visual. My bad. But I'm a little antiquated myself, so there you go. All right, do it again. We got jab, cross, front hand hook. 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3. Think about driving my hip through and my shoulder followers. 1, 2, 3. Did I just say followers? I've been in the South for far too long. Woo! All right, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Driving here, drive. This can be a close range technique. It can also be a kind of a long range technique. Okay, so that is your 3, your front hand hook. I will see you in video 4 for the rear hand hook. Thank you for dealing with me.